What is going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you guys here. Just got done watching Investing Bros over there, T-Shroom doing his news update, and now you guys are over in here. Start sliding in. Hit that like button on your way in. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Get notified every time I go live. It's that side. It's that side. It's always that side. Hey, welcome, guys. We had a crazy weekend. We had a crazy last Friday. And for those that were in the Discord for Investing Bros, you guys hopefully caught when I tagged everyone over there and said, "Hey, I'm DCAing in." It was about 2:30 in the afternoon, and I was like, "Hey, I things are looking really pumpy right now, and I think we've got a big move coming in." Well, I caught it all. So, hey, Crypto AI, thanks for subscribing, man. Appreciate it. Glad to have you here. Guys, we're going to go ahead and talk about, the big question is, and the big question would be, is it too late? Did you get, here, let me pull this up. There you go. Did you miss Bitcoin time? Do you still have time to get into it? We're going to talk about that. We're going to look at the charts, talk about some of the things that we're seeing here. And then, we're going to talk about, where's the next move? Where can we get in? Is it going to come back for us to get a better buy-in? So on and so forth. So we're going to look at all that, man. I appreciate you guys being here. This is the Piper Academy. I come at you every Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, giving you guys all the knowledge you need, because here at Piper Academy, I believe that knowledge is profit, and the more you know, the more you can earn. So let's go ahead and jump into the news today. First up, right off the bat, nothing today on the economic calendar, guys. I think we already showed this over on Investing Bros channel, but some people didn't catch that show, and you should have. So, link in the description below, by the way, to all the Investing Bros stuff, their channel, their Discord, partner of mine, and the channel is, and great guys over there. So, today, nothing really going on. Tuesday, we got S&P Global Composite PMI is going to be coming in. We're going to be looking at global manufacturing, global services, and then crude oil stock changes. Nothing big there, guys. Wednesday, Jay Powell is going to be speaking at about 2:30 p.m. my time. That's going to be 4:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So he's going to be talking then. He might have something to come out and say. The fixed year 30-year mortgage rate, he's going to be coming out currently at 7.7%. Guys, I gotta say, I think we're gonna be seeing this push 9 to 10% sometime this year, and I'll show you why. Looking at Thursday here, we've got the GDP growth quarter over quarter coming in, so we'll see how the GDP is looking. Right now, it's looking like we've got almost a doubling of the growth of the GDP, which is good because we're spending like 6 times more than what we are bringing in. So there's that. Initial jobless claims. We're going to be getting those unemployment numbers coming in, people filing for unemployment there. And then Friday, core PCE. Interestingly enough here, folks, this core PCE looking like it's going to be coming in a little bit higher than what it was. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. That could even throw some more wrenches into the traditional market. But we're going to talk about crypto today and look at that stuff and talk about why it's not doing what the stocks are doing. So looking at the CME watch, let's go ahead and get a refresh on here. Looking at the CME, it looks like right now, 98.4% chance that in about, like a week and a half, we're going to be getting a pause. That means no rate hike, no rate cuts, looking like that. But we do have a 1.6% chance of a rate cut. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to have a pause in November. Looking at December of the 13th, looking at a 74% chance of another rate pause. However, we are hitting about a 1 in 4 chance of getting a rate hike in December. Don't be surprised to see this start coming back up, because we have heard higher for longer. That would mean that a lot of things that I'm seeing, guys, is saying we could see another rate hike this year. If it doesn't happen in November, because I don't think it's going to, right there, I think that we're going to be seeing it maybe here in December. So keep an eye on that. That's what I'm going to be watching there. Bitcoin liquidations. This was actually an article that I read too, but I'm just going to show you on here. Last 24 hours, we had 48,301 traders, actually 323 traders liquidated. Total liquidation comes in at $126.8 million. This is a phenomenal amount of liquidations for a 24-hour period there. So, yeah, ugly. The biggest ones on this, Bitcoin, of course, coming in 24, almost $25 million in short liquidation. So people keep saying it's going down now. They're entering short trades and getting wrecked by the price action. So Ethereum almost $20 million in liquidations there. So all right, let's go check it out here. Yeah, there's that little thing. That was from Michael Saylor, by the way. He said, "Don't be late to Bitcoin." If you were late to Bitcoin, I'm sorry. We're going to look and see if we can get you in another place, okay? Let's go to my bookmarks here. I got some things in here. This is the one I was talking about over on Investing Bros chat here. So yesterday, which would be Friday, this is Saturday that I was doing this, talking about Friday at 2:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I alerted the Investing Bros community that I was moving in on some DCA. Doing quite well today on that call. Join the Discord, and the Discord link's down below, by the way, for Investing Bros Discord. But I told them I was buying Bitcoin, ETH, ADA, Link, and XLM. Got to move some more Bitcoin over from Robinhood to pick up some others on Coinbase, which I did. Yeah, it's did quite well. um, yeah. Hey, Savvy, look, he's got valid points, man. You can't have the entire economy. Even I feel a little uneasy about this big move in crypto because the economy is not looking great, dude. Uh, we have every indicator in the world saying that a major crash could be coming, and it has been all year. But crypto keeps proving it wrong time after time. And what I saw on the charts on Friday was telling me, hey, look, man, a lot of energy building up here. This is perfectly primed for a short squeeze and pop. It did right after I bought. By the next morning, I woke up and was way up on everything. So let's go look at what else I got here in the post here in my things. Oh, yeah. You guys feel like this? This was CBL Crypto reposted this from Crypto Tony. Come on, do something. You asked for it, man. There you go. That's what that one is. I had to share that. It's just funny. And then last but not least here, what else do I have here? Yeah, here we go. Guys, look at this. This is the mortgage rates. As mortgage rates hit 8% for the first time in 23 years, affordability continues to fall off a cliff. The Housing Affordability Index just hit a fresh low record at approximately 90 on the scoring. You can look, this is going all the way back here on this line, this 100 line. This is going all the way back into the 80s right here. So, Bedridden, what's up, brother? Trade Fly in the house. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, so that's what they're saying there. This means that housing affordability is officially down 50% since 2021. Since the peak in 2012, housing affordability is down nearly 70%. Buying a home is now a luxury. So, there you go. Wanted to share that. If you're trying to buy a home, I know it's going to be painful, but you might want to wait because it's not affordable right now for most people. And so if you can afford it, hey, shout out to you, go for it. But fastest declining U.S. housing markets, 1 year drop. So let's see what this is saying here. Austin, Texas, down 11.6%. Boise, Idaho, down 8.6%. This is housing markets are starting to come down. You ready? New Orleans, 8% down. Lake Charles, 8% down. Phoenix, Arizona, 7% down. Las Vegas, 7%. Provo, Utah, 6.7. Reno, Nevada, 5.7. Chico, California, down 5.7. And San Jose, down 5.5. So many of these markets were heavily investor driven over the last few years, meaning people were buying these to either rent them out as rental income properties or to rent them out on like Airbnb. And so right now, people aren't doing that. Why are they not doing that? Well, that would be because of this, folks. The 10-year Treasury yield tops 5% for the first time since 2007. What is going on is that the average rate of return on rental properties is normally about 4.6 to 4.7% return over the period of time. The 10-year Treasury yield is actually more of a return than what investing in a property is and dealing with all the headaches of renting it and cleaning it and maintaining it and worrying about the renters and background checks and people defaulting, all that. For 5% instead of 4.7 on average, you can just put it in a zero risk treasury yield and make 5% back. This is why people are stepping away from looking at homes for investment properties. And because that demand is coming out of the market, prices are going down across the market. So, not saying that they're affordable because you still have the 8% rate unless you buy it down and stuff like that on your mortgage. So, long bonds lead route. As traders see rates higher for longer, Treasury market remains on course for a third year of losses. You're saying, how can it be losing if it's this? Guys, the reason this goes up high is because people are getting out of bonds. And so, in order to entice people to put money back into treasury bonds, which is basically like loaning money to the federal government, they have to keep raising these rates. When you see these rates going up, it means that people do not trust that they're going to get their money back from the government. So, they're not putting money into treasury bonds, aka loaning the government money. So, um, the 10-year Treasury yield crossed 5% for the first time in 16 years, propelled by expectations that the Federal Reserve will maintain elevated interest rates and that the government will further boost bond sales to cover a widening deficit. The yield rose as much as 11 basis points to 5.02, the highest since 2007. Jay Powell suggested last week that central bankers are inclined to hold rates steady at their November meeting, but remain open to hiking again if a resilient economy fans inflation risk. So there you go. There's that high going all the way back to 2007, hitting the top there. So I think that's about it here. Want to get into the charts. Will the stock market fall? The value of the dollar is increasing along with interest rates, which is currently the most important factor in the market. Michael Antonelli, a market strategist at Baird, emphasizes that the significance of these two factors is big. The Federal Reserve is still expected to raise its policy rate of interest further at some point. I do believe they will, maybe in December. Longer term interest rates have not been this high since before the Great Recession of 2007, and investors seem to believe that the Federal Reserve is not going to back off, and this is bad for the stock market. So, the big one here, 10-year yield. Again, they're talking about that. The yield on the 10-year Treasury note has not been this high since August 2007, before the U.S. economy got hit by the Great Recession, and it is expected to go higher. Uh, the U.S. dollar rapidly is moving up again, although we've had a little pullback on it. We'll take a look at that in a second here. And then the stock market. So what about the stock market? Well, the stock market doesn't like the narrative and the picture that has been drawn above. S&P 500 stock index is down another 25 points. And it's down again today on the opening, just so you guys are tracking. We'll take a look at that. So, but yeah, the stock market not doing good. Crypto gives 0 Fs. So, WorldCoin, you guys remember this thing? WorldCoin, we're just going to touch on this real fast. Total garbage. Hey, scan your eyeball. We're going to get all your data here. They were paying their operators in USDC. They now said they're going to pay them in the actual world token. And this is probably going to cause a lot of volatility and sell-off on this token. If you wanted to ruin a project, get greedy and say you're going to start paying people in your native token instead of hard currency of USDC. So yeah, that's good job. Good job, World Token. You guys are losers. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's jump over and get in on some charts here. Here we go. Taking a look at the charts, I'm going to take a look at the chat. How about that? We'll sit here and look at this beautiful Bitcoin 4-hour chart while I look through here. I got a need to kill switch on T-Shroom's computer. No, you know what? T-Shroom is fine. He is all good. He can go over if he needs to go over. I will just stand by and wait. So as long as he promotes that, hey, go over and check out RB Piper right after this, then we'll be good. There we go. Elo Brown, I know y'all feel bad for Craig Savvy. Yeah, we already talked about that. Good morning, family. Trade Fly there. Bed Red in the house. Gia S with her blue wrench. I appreciate you being here. Insane. Been traveling late again. Rick Wilson, it's okay, man. You can always be late as long as you go back, watch it, hit the like button, and then share it with a friend. That's what you have to do. If you're late, you got to share this with a friend. Okay, let's get into here. Bitcoin. Looking at the 4-hour chart. Let's see here. Where was Friday afternoon? Friday afternoon would be about right here on this candle for me. When we got support on my 29,500 line, I said, hey, I'm buying. And this is what has happened since. Right now, starting to build another flag out. Something I want to point out here, and I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me hide this line real fast. Nope, wrong one. There we go. You see this purple check mark right there. That purple check mark is the take profit indicator from this strong buy all the way back here on Chart Prime's indicators. It said, hey, strong buy, you should buy this. And so, hey, you check it out. You look at the other for confluence because that's what we do. We go, oh, yeah, we'll see a strong buy here. However, this is looking way overbought. This can't keep going up, but it did. So you may have missed this because we had some conflicting info here going on. And if you did not have up something like the Ichimoku that was just breaking out of the red cloud, then you would have said that this is looking pretty overbought. But if you had gotten in that, this is your first take profit. Folks, it normally does two. It normally does a purple one and then a red one and then a MP for max profit. We've only hit the first take profit. So, Mike Play, good to have you here, man. Yeah, so this has only hit the first one. We still have another take profit that typically will print on a buy indicator. So this could still easily have more upside to go. You can see here that we did get a nice bounce breakthrough on the blue trend line that I've been watching for a long time here. You can see it was grinding against it there. We did it, got it through. Catch a nice retest on that 382, rejection on the 236, and then now we're above it. Let's go ahead and take a look at what else is going on here on the chart for Bitcoin, because now that we're on here, I want to take a look at the daily, and we're going to do some top-down analysis on here and see, can we be going higher? How are we looking on the charts? So right now, and I think what's going to happen here, just hold on and walk with me here. You can see right here, we are getting the overbought gold blocks here. And if you actually stretch this out, you'll see there's separate blocks on each candle. We have that back here also. And if you look here, we are starting to get that lessening of the candle height there. Looks like it's starting to pinch off to come back down. Well, we had that back here also. If you take a look down here, we are way buried up high in the Ichimoku oscillator. We were coming in yellow and going sideways for a little bit more up green side here. So this is slightly different, but these definitely the same. Ribbons up high in the bear zone, about to twist down. We do have the ribbons, the candles here on the Heikinashi RSI primed, but this is the RSI put to candlesticks is what this is, and it's in Heikinashi, so you can see how it's starting to change out, giving you indication of movement, right? That's what we're seeing here too. I would not be surprised to see, because this is still a little bit lower than that full red zone there. I would not be surprised to see that this here does pretty much what this did. And here's what that would look like. Let me go over here and find my candlestick patterns, bar patterns. Let's go right there. Let's grab this and let's do this. And I just want to see how this would look. We're going to grab these. We're going to bring this over here, and that is going to be right there. Folks, I would not be surprised to see this. This would be a retest of the 50%. I tell you guys all the time, 50% retest, and it doesn't break it. It stays above it, bounces off of it. Very bullish. I could see this easily playing out. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep this on here on the daily just to see how this does play out. But this is what I'm expecting to see here. Another high coming in, breaks down below, retest, comes down, and then we're on a run there. So what's up there, Archie? How you doing, brother? Yeah, this would be about 31,500, but I think that we still have time. This would be coming in to November, December time period here, maybe just in time for us to get a nice Christmas rally, and then we continue back up. But that's what I'm going to be watching, just because of how similar this looks compared to this over here coming into this area. So guys, if you guys saw me on Sin City Crypto not long ago, I was on there with those guys talking about this chart here. This is Fibonacci channels. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like here, just in case you've never seen it. But what we have here is golden pocket bounce, both of those bear markets. This one here, when everyone goes, but we've never had Bitcoin in a crypto winter during the recession, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, guys, you're right. And we stayed in the golden pocket this time for about 2 months and then broke below it. So yes, it did play out exactly what you were saying. Does not change where we are today. And today, on the weekly chart, we have just broken, and we will see if this candle closes above that. on the value area high of the fixed range volume profiles here. So I'm watching this week for this to get a retest on that value area high and stay up there. But when I was talking on the show, I said, look, folks, right now it seems to be avoiding this 786. This 786, this blue line here is the platinum pocket. So the 786 is there, 887 is there. Okay. Um, Almost on cue, it started to ramp up it as it got close to it. And I said, if we can hold this and get maybe even a bounce off of it, then this is going to be very strong support. The 786 is going to be a reversal zone. That's what the platinum pocket is. Yes, I do love this chart. Does it not play out well? I'm just saying. So right now, they said, can you give us some bullish scenario? So let's say, for example, this stays above the 786 here. Not saying it's going to. Could easily break down in here. That would be when this trend line at 25,200 comes into play for support to watch. However, if it stays above the 786, when we hit the halving, we're looking at a $37,500 Bitcoin. Top end of that, if we have not broken into the golden pocket, would be a $69,000 Bitcoin. Oh, by the way, right back at the previous high coming into the halving. Very bullish scenario. I am aware, but it is a possibility unless we come down and break the 786, and then we're in play in the platinum pocket, and then it's anyone's game. But at that point, I would be watching about that 21,300 range right there, coming in line with that mountain there. So mountain of volume going on there. So guys, that's what I'm seeing there. But there's your bullish and bearish scenario off of this weekly chart. If you guys are wondering about the Gaussian channel, yes, we are back above the Gaussian channel on the green side here, sitting on the weekly for Bitcoin. So we broke back up through it. We could come back and test that. That would be about a 28,700. And if you're looking for that chance to get in, not financial advice, but that might be a good time to DCA. I've started the DCA in, and I'm trying to DCA back at least in the range of what I bought in, not not way higher. So right now I've got about 20% of my account back into crypto. And again, that was on Link, on ADA, Ethereum, XLM, and Bitcoin. So let's go over and take a look and see what else we've got on the charts here. Google's got its earnings reports coming in this week, guys. Just so you're tracking. So I believe it's Tuesday that they've got their earnings reports coming in. However, right now we did get rejected in the platinum pocket there. Also hit perfectly that predictive range off of the predictive ranges on Chart Prime's indicator here. Let me turn everything else off and I will show you what that looks like, just so you know. But I love using the predictive ranges. They work extremely well. So in these predictive ranges here, a lot of times you've got, they'll typically play within the golden pocket here, with that blue line being the delta. That's your top trade band, bottom trade band. We actually got above it, hit that top trade band for support multiple times there, getting bounces on it. Well, this is your upper resistance band. We got support on that again. Then we came back up through it. This is the top of the band. We rejected perfectly on it there. So I do suspect that right now we're getting this bounce on here. This is probably going to come back up. I think earnings reports are going to be good this week on Google. Keep a watch for that. Let's go over and check out Chainlink. Chainlink getting a nice pullback here. Let's see here. We had a massive run up here, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Chainlink. I got in it back here. Right here. I got in on this one when we were hitting my 7.60 line that I was watching for resistance and support there. It was the value area high. That's why I had that line marked there. Value area high was sitting about that point, and now we busted straight through it. I caught all of this move. But we all get a nice pullback right now. Looking at the 382 at $10.04 for support. This is going to be where I watch to see if we can stay above this today on the daily close. And this is a daily candle, daily chart that you're looking at right now. So that's what I'm seeing on there. Watch this $10.04 for its range. If it does get support here and it bounces up, look for the 50 cent for our next level of resistance. And that is 50 cents is coming in at $11.62. So there you go. Chainlink, let's see how the oscillators are looking. Chainlink does look like it's ready to at least do some sideways consolidation here. sitting in the overbought zone. Of course, we had it back here, and Chainlink said, yeah, screw you, I'm out. So could be doing that, but be careful. We are sitting pretty high on a lot of stuff here. It does look like it's poised for this pullback, which we are currently seeing on the current daily candle right now. Lot of big wick pullback there and the red candle going. So let's see how gold's looking. Gold rejected off of the golden pocket here. I said, look, this was back here. I was talking to you guys last week. And I said, I suspect that gold is going to be going up to 1980, 1978, 1986 to 1978 range of the golden pocket. Told you guys this last week. That's exactly where we went. There's the pullback on it. Bouncing off of that golden pocket as rejection. We'll see if it comes down and retest the 50 here. If it does and it bounces, finds support, that's going to be a good spot to get into your gold right there. Oh, Dixie. Dixie not really doing much, guys. Dixie is just kind of sitting and consolidating sideways. Why is that? It's going to be because of this down here. Let me go show this to you. Grab it like it right there. There we go. 10-year Treasury yield hitting that 5% mark. Did break the below it this morning. Got a perfect rejection down. A lot of people, that means a lot of people bought the 10-year Treasury at 5% to bring it back down, just so you guys are tracking. A little bit opposite on how Treasury yields work. But yeah, that's what's happening here. We did get the reversal indicator pop on the Pro Oscillator, and it does look like we could get a little retest down here on this previous range. That would be the delta line on the predicted ranges there, so not going to be surprising to see that. That is why the Dixie is doing what it's doing and just kind of consolidating sideways right now, because it's waiting to see what that 10-year Treasury yield does. Let's go check out Solana, sitting at $29.16 currently. No, I have not sold any. That was DCA, bro. I have not sold any of that stuff. I am sitting on it right now. Link Marines, I'm hodling. Yeah, I haven't sold anything that I bought on Friday. Heart, I got you, man. We'll take a look at injection in a second here. I miss Quant. I wouldn't usually mind, but I called a pump on Friday. Yeah, sometimes you miss out on it, man. There's some other ones that I missed out on too. Yeah, Cass. I talked about Caspa last week on Archie's show. I wasn't on there. I was in the chat, and I was like, "Hey, Caspa's looking at it very supported, and looks like there's a big move coming in on it." And so, if you guys were watching Crypto Archie last week, and I was talking about that, shout out to you guys. So, yeah, looking at Solana here. Solana did get a pump up above the 236, did really well. Was 382 was its resistance area, got it up in that area. And again, everything looking very oversold right now. It does look like we could have some consolidation. Solana perfectly poised to come back and consolidate right here on this 236. It can just sit there and just get its thing, maybe a couple of fake wicks below it just to get people wrecked, because markets like to do that. Money makers, money movers like to wreck people. So XRP, I think I showed you guys this one where I took the fixed range volume profile, and then once I turned it on here, let me show you where all this is coming from. Fixed range volume profile right there. Yeah, this is it. I took this range here on the fixed range volume profile, and it was actually the big one going all the way back. I believe. Yeah, I was going all the way back to here. Do I not have that one on here? Anyway, so what I did with this, just so you guys are tracking, I put on fixed range volume profiles, because I don't think I have that one on anymore. And based on these mountains, I put on where all of this was. Maybe I did. It did. This is the one. So I put on these lines based on where the peaks were at on the volume, okay? That way, if you want to turn that off, you can go over here, turn off the fixed range, and now you have your support lines. Well, look how beautiful this played out, especially if you go to the 4-hour here. You can see that this played really well on these lines for support and resistance. So right now we are pulling back below this. I do suspect that we could be coming back to 52.1 cents here and maybe for a retest. If we hold that, then be expecting it to be consolidation there in that range. But that's what I was doing there. Just wanted to show you that on XRP. Not looking bad, but again, everything's looking kind of oversold right now. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's go check out Matic. Matic does look like it's pulling back to, it's in its platinum pocket right now. No, it's above its platinum pocket. Matic looks like it's coming back to retest the 786 here. So you guys watch that. 786, 58.4 cents could be the retest there. That's what I'll be watching on that. Ethereum. Oh, Ethereum. Ejected on the 382. Couldn't even get up to the order block, Ethereum. Ethereum looking weak lately, guys. Although Ethereum does look like it has the most upside potential, but look how tight we're getting here on the cloud. And this is on the 4 hour. Let's check it on the daily and see how that's looking. Because on the 4 hour, it was looking pretty weak there. Looks like it was ready to break down. Yeah, this horrible. Ethereum, not my friend right now. No longer at Ethereum, Maxi. I have changed my assessment on that. I think it's going to do well. I don't think that it's doing well right now. So until it changes, it's how it's looking. I am not going to be jumping in too quickly on this. I mean, you can see here on the daily, guys, rejected off of the dynamic reactor even. So not good. Not a good sign. When you reject off of this, that is bearish, just like here. And that's a bearish sign for Ethereum. So, matter of fact, if we look at where Matic is at right now, I'm sorry, not Matic, Chainlink, Matic also rejected off of that dynamic reactor. But we look at Chainlink here. Dynamic reactor is all the way down here. We are way above it. We're looking strong right there. That green line there is the dynamic reactor. Look at Bitcoin on the daily. Bitcoin on the daily. Dynamic reactor way down here in the golden pocket. So Ethereum on the daily rejected on the golden pocket. That's bearish. So let's go and check out Kaspa. So when I was talking about Kaspa last week, I said we're getting a good play right now on the golden pocket. Well, if you look, this is set Friday right here. I said if we can get above that golden pocket, it's looking good. Well, there's the breakout above it. Rejected at the platinum pocket, retest in the golden pocket, and now it's sitting in the golden pocket. Now, in fact, if we drop this down to the 4 hour, you'll see this in a little bit more detail. Hitting that upper trade line there of the predictive ranges multiple times. Can I get a line? Thank you. Right there. But almost hitting that 786 of the platinum pocket, came back down into the golden pocket, and that's where we are right now, sitting above that 0.65. So, this is pretty bullish in my opinion, and that's what I was trying to say on Kaspa last week. So, let's go and check out. Let's go and check out INJ, and I know I have it in here somewhere in my crypto because I look at it quite a bit for people. So, INJ, we're gonna go and do a fresh chart here. Let's turn all the indicators off first. This is when you guys get to learn right here. I'm going to go to a 12-hour chart so I can get more data in here. We're going to go and put on a Fibonacci. We're going to go from the high here, high point of this run, down to the bottom of this run and see how that's looking. There we go. And just in case, because that's a crazy wick there, let's go and do it from the last high here and see how that looks. And I'll show you guys why, because you want to see how it plays out on the two, on the Fibonacci lines, right? So, yeah, I think we're going to go with this one. This is a crit. So this is just a wick out. This is where the actual algorithm is running for fibs. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of this other one. And this is what we're going to go with, because you can see here, we have a lot more price action occurring in these actual ranges here. So like the golden pocket is a known reversal point. Reversal, 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 reversal. Right now, we're above it. This looks bullish to me. So that is how you place that. Now let's go over and let's put in some fixed range volume profile, see how this is going to look. You're going to go to the fixed range volume profile. It's right here under this tool set that has the long positions and the forecast and all that stuff. Fixed range volume profile, start, then it's going to be in your faves. I can go right down here and grab it if I want, but I just like to show you guys where it's at. So I did that. Let's go over and take this entire same period because this is where the volume is at in play based on the rejection that's going on here on the fibs. Let's take a look at it here, see how it's looking. Yep, perfect. We got our bounces here for support off of the value area high twice. We're sitting well above that value area high. So now let's go take a look at the oscillators, and then we're going to drill in and see how we're looking on all these different time frames. So right now, does look like we could have a little pullback. If we do, we could pull back into the 618 here at the $9.62 mark. That is going to be still in a bullish pattern because we're holding inside of the golden pocket as a range. Okay, if you want to do some quick scalping there, you can top and bottom that probably pretty well. Not financial advice, just what I would do. If you look down here also, the RSI is starting to get wicks. When you get these wicks here, typically on the Heikinashi, it means that you might see some pullback soon. And there's a lot of pullback. You can see that was coming from the, this downward hammer here. Bulls are in charge, but at any moment, the bears with all these wicks on top could take charge and get it going here. Typically, when you see wicks, though, that's what that means. You could have potential downside coming. So keep an eye on that. Like I said, though, again, that 618 at $9.62 could be where we're looking at the support level there. Even if it came back, guys, and hit the 50 cent here at $8, obviously it would suck if you were trying to buy here, but that's why we DCA if we're buying for long term. That's why we set stop losses if we're going to trade. But that 50 cent mark, being that it was very strong resistance, traded on that range, support, resistance. I would say that right now, and you can see perfectly on this daily, we pumped above it. It came back for a perfect retest right there on that wick. So I could see if it doesn't hold that golden pocket, we're coming back to the $8 mark. Nice psychological number. But right now, I would be looking for this 0.66 to the 0.618 right there. And I think you'll be good on that. Yeah, that's injection. That's INJ. What else do we have here? Let's go look and see. There were some other things that I wanted to take a look at here. Quant. Someone said quant. Let's go find the QNT here. While I'm doing that, let's check out the chat. Algo on fibs sounds like the ICT course I'm on. Hey, there is an algo on fibs, man. There really is. It is our biological programming at its finest going on right there. Quant QNT Quant on Binance. There we go. Come here, you. We are retesting right now on key support here, guys. You can see this line right there. Rejection. We have now broke above it. It looks like we're retesting that right now. Quant may not be something bad to look at little DCA action in right now, as we speak. Let's see how we're looking with the other indicators. Okay, so here is something to note. We are below the dynamic reactor. Good for a trade right now. Would not be buying this right now. Although we are getting a bounce here on that trend assistance. So again, I don't know that I'd buy this because if it rejects here, then you're going to be like, dang it, I should sell it. And that's called short-term capital gains, and you don't want that. But if you're going to trade that and make a little bit more than just that run up of the valuation increase of 50 cents per token or $50, sorry, what is it? We are at 93. That would be 98. $5 per token. Sorry. Had the math in there. Just wasn't on it. That's what I would be watching for on that. Trade setup right now. Yes. Buy setup. Not until we can get above that dynamic reactor. I'm still bearish until that happens. So Quant, don't feel bad about missing that, bro. Yeah, I think that's what I got for you for today, guys. Let's jump over. Let's do solo cam. Let's talk for a second. So, guys, that is the TA for today. Just be careful out there. If you got in on some of these, be looking for those moments that you can DCA in. I kind of wish I had more of my DCA in on that last Friday's buy, but hey, you take what you get and you enjoy your profits and you run with it. Things are still looking like they are ready for a little bit of a pullback, but there's still a lot of bullish sentiment in the market out there. Um, don't be surprised if we have a pullback. But if it doesn't and it continues on, don't FOMO in, guys. Don't do that. You're going to get wrecked eventually when you do that. Never FOMO in. Piano Matty B said it best. I FOMO'd in at the top. He's got a whole song about it. Go check it out. Yeah. This explaining this stuff about charts is what I need every day. You are awesome, Piper. No, Bedredden, you are awesome. Um, Yeah, be careful. Be watching for that stuff. Links below, Investing Bros. Link below, Discord for Investing Bros. Links below, Twitter for me, for Piper Academy and for Army Piper. And I expect to see you guys interacting, being friendly to one another. Be good. Be good and help each other out. That's what we do. That's why we're here. I will catch you guys tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Piper Academy. Thanks for joining me today. Hit that like bell, or hit that like notification and the bell and the subscribe thing on the way out. All of that stuff. You know, the thing. The thing. Do the thing, man. And I will catch you guys tomorrow morning. Till then, trade safe, stay prime. And remember, knowledge is profit.
That was awesome, dude!